I'm standing here with City Councilman of New York, Rory Lanceman, a huge supporter of Judea and Samaria. Again, we're highlighting Judea and Samaria because these are the true heroes of the world today, not just of the Jewish people. Rory Lanceman has been in a bruising battle with Linda Sarsour, who just got $500,000 from the mayor for, I'm not sure what, maybe you could explain it to me, I'm not sure you could explain it to me, but it was reported in the New York Post today. And Rory has been on her case forever. And I'd like Rory to speak about her and explain his viewpoint.
All right. Well, thanks, Joe. Thanks for having me on the show and interviewing me. And it's great to be here at the Chazak, the big event. So many people who care and about Israel and love Israel. You know, New York City, we've got it all. We've got every character that you could imagine, and some are kind of funny, like the naked cowboy in Times Square, and some are a lot more serious and a lot more dangerous. And unfortunately, the kind of anti-Semitism and virulent anti-Israel activity that we're seeing around the world, we see here also in New York City. In fact, hate crimes against Jews have actually increased in New York City, if you can believe it. And you know, one of these characters is this woman, Linda Sarsour, who's I think the executive director of something called the Arab American Association of New York, and she and I did get into it a little bit last year. She is an apologist for terror, supporter of Hamas, and really somebody that we need to keep an eye on. And you know, it's a struggle because there are organizations in this city that do good work for their communities, and we have to be mindful about trying to separate the organization's work from the views of the people who might be on the board or might be the leaders. But it is interesting that she did get a $500,000 grant from the city to provide mental health services to people in her community. And her community, like every community, is entitled to services and resources. They pay taxes just like everyone else does. So, you know, we need to be careful and make sure that this funding is not going to be used to advance her virulently anti-Israel and really nakedly anti-Semitic agenda.
Thank you. Thank you. And why don't you comment on Judea and Samaria and your love of Judea and Samaria and your fight against BDS?
Let me put it this way. I love the Jewish people. I'm Jewish. I was speaking today at a synagogue, at a conservative synagogue, and it was the men's club. It was their annual breakfast, and I decided my topic was going to be the responsibilities of a Jewish legislator. Not just a legislator who happens to be Jewish, but a Jewish legislator. And one of those responsibilities is to stand up for Israel, fight anti-Semitism, fight the boycott, divestment, sanctions movement. And what better represents that fight than the idea that Jews have the right to live anywhere in the world that they want, let alone in Judea and Samaria, the birthplace of the Jewish people. So whatever ends up being, if there's ever one day a negotiation or resolution between Palestinians and the Israelis and where the borders would be and security and all those things, none of that has anything to do with the fact that Jews have a right to live in their historic homeland, where they have lived from time immemorial, except for those times when they have been pushed out or forced out. And so for me, that's what the movement to settle Judea and Samaria is all about. The rights of Jews, like any other people, to live anywhere in the world that they want.
Thank you so much, Rory. Rory Lanceman, City Councilman.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. All right.